Hello everyone, starting a little late today, but this is Sheila here, and we're going to be working on this little cute mini calendar easel. Now, it starts out as the little calendar, isn't it cute? And then you lift it up and it turns into a notepad. And then these are just like the little post-it notes, and then once you're all done with these, you can take the when you finish the last one, just put on a new little notepad. But anyways, so I just wanted to show you today how I made these. I will list below all the measurements and all the materials that I used, the links where I ordered these little calendars, and also where I got all of my other materials, like the cardstock and the little pearls on here and stuff. So I'm going to give everyone a minute to log in and get on. I am late and I am so sorry. I was having a few difficulties again this morning with the computer. So I think I'm going to change my live time to probably around 1 o'clock because for some reason in the mornings my computer does not want to work. So anyway, I am all updated and my computer is working okay now, so we'll just give it a minute and then I will go over everything with you. And like I said, I will list after I'm done with the streaming today, I will list below all of the measurements and links and stuff. So anywho, okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. What you'll need for this base piece back here, this right here, you're going to need, I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, one piece of cardstock that measures 8 inches this way and 4 inches this way. Then you're going to need, let me go through all these little pieces over here. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. One is going to be at 3 7/8, and then the other one is going to be at 4 inches by 4 inches. And I'm using the wood grained paper card DSP. You can use whatever kind of background that you want. It doesn't have to be like this. I just decided I like the wood grain, the sample that I saw, where I got the example, and I am not sure, but I will find her link where I got this whole idea for this project. She used a stamp, the wood grain stamp from Stampin' Up, and then she stamped it on and then just kind of aged the edges. And I decided to use the wood grain paper. So it's up to you. You can use whatever kind. You can even use patterned DSP designer paper if you want to for the background. And what I'm talking about is on here. This is where I have the wood grain paper on this side. And then where you have the other designer paper is right here. So this paper will be this one, and then this paper will be this one up here. Okay, so that's all it is. So you can use whatever designs that you want, and you can even stamp, make your own designer paper for the background. However you want to style these, it's up to you, the decorating, but this is what I'm using. So one plain piece of cardstock for your base, 2 designer papers, one at 3 7/8 and one at 4 by 4. Then you're going to need one coaster board, which measures 4 by 4, or you can use chipboard. And all I did is I took a piece of chipboard from a packaging that I had, and then I just rounded off the corners. So either one, they're about the same thickness, so whatever you want, you can decorate that as well. Then you're going to need one little mini calendar, and I got mine from Tailored Expressions, and you can go to their website, www.tailoredexpressions.com, and you get 10 of these little mini calendars in a pack. So I will add that link as well. You're going to need one piece of scrap white or just a little piece of white cardstock to stamp your sentiment and then punch that out. You're also going to need some Post-it notes. These little mini Post-it notes I got at Dollar Tree. And you get 4 of them in a pack. They come just like this. There's 4 in a pack. And they have the bright colors. And then I think they had, at one time I saw like real light pastel colors. So you can pick whichever one and whatever your Dollar Tree has in stock. And I do think they have these at Walmart as well, but I'm not quite sure. But I got mine at Dollar Tree. And let me see. Oh, yes. And then you will need your little scalloped piece, which I'll show you and give you the measurements for that too when we get to that. And then the embellishments, you can put whatever you want on yours. I decorated mine with flowers. You could do balloons, you could do whatever you want, but I just did it with flowers. I kind of wanted it to look kind of a little country themed, you know, little happy. So, and then the stamp set that I used, that I'm going to be using today for the sentiment is the Mini Blessing stamp set. It's in the new Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. And I'm going to use Thankful for You Every Day. I'm going to use that stamp right there. Okay. And then you could even, if you didn't want to do a stamp or do a sentiment, you could even just do a little decorative stamp on there if you wanted to. It's up to you, whatever you want. This is your project, and you can decorate however you want. If you don't even want a sentiment on there, you can just decorate it and make it pretty. So anyway, let's get started. First off, we're going to score our base piece, this piece here. Let me get out my scoreboard real quick. And oh yes, and we're going to need to do your stamping the Early Espresso. I use the Early Espresso ink from Stampin' Up! As well. Okay, so with the scoreboard on the long side, we are going to score at 4 and 6. That's all the scoring that we have to do. Okay. And now we'll start with the part that takes the longest, and that is putting this on. Now, I went ahead and rounded the edges before I put my piece of paper on here. Let's round these edges. I am just using my little corner rounder. And if you have an envelope punch board, the corner rounder on that works well too. All right, so we're going to stick this right here on there. So we're going to glue that on. And I'm using a glue stick today because I found that this actually sticks on and it doesn't wrinkle it. It doesn't warp the paper or anything. So I normally like my Tombow glue, but today I decided I'm going to try the glue stick. And make sure you get around the edges really good because you don't want those edges coming off. And then just lay it down. Only thing is you got to make sure that you get it laid down perfectly because once it's stuck on there, once you put it down, it's stuck. Okay, just like that. And I'm using the Scotch brand permanent glue stick. Okay. Then what we're going to do, and this is your choice too, you don't have to, but take a file, a nail file, and then just go around the edges, kind of just smooth it out to blend them together a little bit. And plus it kind of makes it look a little rustic a little, so. But it smooths it all out and brings it all together. And you can file as much off as you want or as little as you want. Okay, get some of that furry off of there. Okay, done with that. And then now this is up to you. You don't have to do this, but if you wanted to age the edges a little bit, you see how it's kind of blended in and looks a little bit aged and worn. You can do that. And I'm going to get my little inks real quick. My distressed ink, and just going to go around the edge just a little bit, kind of cover up some of that white there. And bring it up on the edge if you want. Alrighty, there we go. Here's that one. See, it doesn't take too much, and it just adds a little bit of something to it. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our base piece here. Okay, so we've got this done, right? Now, to make this, we have to fold it, and it's going to be folded. Only this little piece at the very end, this little piece right here, is going to be attached to your chipboard. Okay, see how that is right there like that? So only this end piece we're going to glue on to the bottom of the chipboard. So we're going to fold this, and we'll fold this again. All right, so now in order to see how it's going to go, we can put it down like that, and then we can see that it's going to fold like this, okay? So this piece right here, this is going to be the part that's going to be attached right like that, okay? And we want to put it near the bottom edge. So let's go ahead and round those corners. And let's round the corners on the front side as well. And now this part, I am going to use my Tombow glue. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on this piece right here, because that's the part that we are going to glue down. Okay. And then now this will be the bottom piece, the bottom side right here is where we're going to glue it. Okay, so we're going to match up that with this right here on very edge. Okay, see where it's like that? And then make sure that we're even across there. So then when we bring it over, it'll look just like that. Okay, so press that down really good. Make sure that's stuck on there. Okay, so we have the beginning of our easel. See? And then I'll go just like that. Okay, so now we need to put on our decorative piece of paper right here, which is this one. So we're going to round all the corners on this one. And then we'll glue that down. And then you just want to leave a little bit of an edge all the way around, so you have like just a little bit of the yellow showing all the way around. Okay. So then we are going to put our little calendar on. So we will take off this front piece and then kind of measure. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That doesn't go there. The calendar doesn't go there. The Post-it note goes there. And let's use this pretty pink one here today. There. Oops. Let's put it right there. Okay. And if you wanted to put it over to the side and then put a little, you know what? I think I am going to do that today, because then we can put a little pin. I have these little mini pins. Let's do a pink one. Little mini pink pin. Oh, that would look so cute. Well, no, if we put it up here and then put the little pin right there. Oh yeah, that looks cute. And see, I didn't do that with the other ones, but we will do that with this one. Oh, that's cute. All right. So I think I'm going to crease this a little bit more with my bone folder. And then you always have a little pin on here as well. And see, I didn't do that with my other ones. But we're going to change it up. So if we put this right here and then put the little mini pin right here. Oh, that would look cute. Then I can just make a little attachment right there for that. So we'll push it back just a hair more. There we go. Oh, that would look cute. Or maybe we could put it up here. What do you think? Yeah, we could put it there. Let's see, we can put the calendar right about here. Put our little mini pin right here. And then when we close it, the pin would still be on the front. Or would it look better on the bottom? Nah, I think it'd be better if it was up here on the top. What do you think? I think that looks cute like that. But it seems like we have more room down here. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and finish decorating. All these options. See, I get distracted when I start projects. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our calendar on, and we can put it right about there, because we know that the Post-it note is right there. Okay, so we want to have it just a hair above the Post-it note. Okay, so right about there. And what we're going to do is just put a little bit of glue on the back, because there's a nice little cardboard piece on this back, so you can just, and then when the year is over, you can just put on a new little mini calendar, and you can keep this on your desk forever and ever. And there we go. Put that right over there. And then press down really well. Make sure it's stuck on there good. Okay, and now let's go ahead and do our decorations. Now this part is up to you. You can decorate however you wish. See, on this one I used the bigger notepad, so you could use a bigger notepad. I don't have any more of the big ones, and I wanted to use up these little ones, so That's why we changed it up a little. So it's up to you. Once you run out of your little ones, you can add a big Post-it note. Or I think I got my Post-it notes, these large ones, also over at Dollar Tree, and so you can get those. Use whichever ones. Okay, so let's do our scalloped piece here. I used a 1 3/4 inch scallop, and then I used the 1 1/4 inch inside piece. So let's do, okay, so we use the yellow base. Here's our pink piece for behind the flower. And then here's yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same little flowers on mine again, just to make it easier. So for the branch, I used, what is it? It was called the Bird Builder punch. This is an old punch that I've had. It's from Stampin' Up. They do not have it in the catalog anymore. I'm so sorry, but I will list another one that they do have in the holiday catalog. It's a little branch that you could use. And it has a little bit more leaves on it. So I'm just going to make one of those. Okay, and the one in the holiday catalog, I'll show you this one. The 2018 holiday catalog. And it's the spring punch, or sprig punch, I'm sorry. And it has like a little bit more leaves. I don't know if you can see that. It has a few more leaves on the little branches. So you could even use that punch and it would work just as well, because it's just a little branch with leaves on it. So that's in a new 2018 Stampin' Up! Holiday catalog. And then we're going to punch out our little blue flower. And this is just a Fisca's flower punch. I've had this forever and ever, so I'm not sure if I got it at Michael's or Joann's. I'll do a couple of those. And then we need yellow. And I'm just using scrap paper here. Do a couple of those, and then we'll need the pink again, because we're going to do one. Let's do 2 of those. 2 of those. Okay. And then let's see, what else do we need? Okay, that's it for right now. Oh, we need to do our stamp, our little sentiment real quick. Oops. Here we go. Let's stamp our sentiment. Got all this stuff laying everywhere. There we go. It's on the block. Get out our ink. And then we'll stamp it right here on cardstock. There. And let's punch that out. See if it fits. Gotta line that up in there, get that in there. we'll stick that on the front of that. And then I just used some dimensionals. And I put that on the back. Okay. And then we'll put a couple dimensionals on this one. And I'm only putting the dimensionals on this bottom half because it's the part that's going to stick on the edge of our, and see how it's going to have this part, the top part is going to be sticking off of it. So we don't want to put dimensionals up there. So let's go ahead and there. So it looks like that already. See, it's already coming together. So you don't want it, you don't want anything up on the top part. Okay, and now let's go ahead. I'll put that aside. I'm not throwing this stuff on the floor. I have a little trash can over here. Okay, and then we'll stick this right there. Okay, so let's get a little bit of glue on the back of this. I'll put some right there on that little leaf. And then I didn't put any on the backs of these leaves. You can if you want to, but I kind of liked them like kind of standing up. So, okay, and then what I did for my little flowers, I wanted to make them kind of look a little bit more like a flower. So what I did is I took each flower and I went on the inside in the middle and just went around, and then each petal I just kind of curved a little bit with my scoring tool and just kind of gave them a little bit of curvature so that they kind of stood up on their own, but then the little petals also turned inwards like a real little flower does, you know, because they're not just plain and flat. And see, it kind of does a little dance as you go around. It goes in a little circle. It's really cute. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm easily amused, if you couldn't tell. Okay. Just a little bit. You don't have to do too much. Just a little, just to give them a little bit of curvature. There you go. And then around in the middle. There. And then here we'll do the little red one. Yeah, you can fast forward through this part. I know it's kind of boring, but we're almost done. We got this one and a yellow one to do, and we'll be done. And you can sit and make a bunches of these up if you're gonna be making flowers. Make a bunch of these up and have them all ready. Although I made all of my little easel calendars up already, and then I remembered I didn't make a video, and so I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because I didn't want to take one of the other ones apart, so I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and make another one, but it's going to be just a tad bit different than the original. So I just wanted to share it with you, make sure that you see how I put these together. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just glue these down. And what I do most of the time is I just kind of lay it out a little bit, see where I want to put them. Let's see, we'll put this one right there, that one right there. I knew I was going to put that one right there. And we could put one right here. And now that's too much over there. There, we can do something like that. How's that look? It's kind of spread out like that, though. Yeah, we could do it just like that. That would look cute, huh? There. We can do something like that. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and put a little dot of glue back here. Just a little bit. See? Just tiny, tiny bit. Kind of hold it in place for a second. Just a little bit of glue. There. Ooh, that was a little too much. Take some of that off. And we shall put that right there. Oops. Put that little bit we scraped off the other one right there. Oops. Trying to get those little petals underneath one another. A little bit. There. Okay, and then we take our little pearls. And these little pearls I got, they're from Stampin' Up. And they come in a little package just like this. They have the different sizes on here, the large and the small. And I'm just going to use the small ones here. One there. One right there. You could even use little rhinestones if you wanted to, but oops. I liked the pearls. And things are just not cooperating with me today. Let's One of those days. Okay, so there we go. And now you can bring some, well, actually, no, because we were going to put the little pin right over here, right? So yeah, that's perfect. And we could actually turn it upside down. Need to make a little holder over there. Okay, so that one's done. Now we just need to put our Post-it note on the front. So if you want it to sit on the desk just like that, put it down like that. Or should we put it in the middle? This is more difficult because the big ones, they just fit perfect on there, but this is kind of different with the little ones. And actually, you know what? I'll put that right there, and then I could put something right here too. Put like a little flower or something. So we'll put that right there. And so I just I'm leaving a little bit of a border around the edges, these two sides here, and then just push firmly down. I love these little gummy eraser things because they just take off all that excess little bit of glue that I just smeared on there. Okay, perfect. Not at all sticky now. Yay. Okay, there we go. So that is done. And now you can embellish this and decorate it however you wish. Decorate it further. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I need to put this little pin on here. So actually, you know what? I think we could do maybe a little piece of this white. Where's my scissors? And then wrap it around. See, this is my creativity part coming in here. I'm just going to round it a little bit with the end of my piercing tool. And put that back, make that even. And make that even. And then Well, anyways, this video is running too long. I'm going to figure this out, but this is the original, and this is the one I made today. So you can see the two different sizes in the notepads. So you can use whichever one you wish. And then this is this one folded down, and then this is this one folded down. And like on this one, I had this more centered because I didn't put a little marker or little pin on here. But this one, I think I'm going to attach it somehow. I'll figure something out and make it cute. Or I might just put some leaves down there and not even put the pin with it. I could even put the little pin right up there. So either way, there you go. Have fun. I hope that you go and try this on your own. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And I will leave the link as to where I got the original idea from, as well as the link for the little calendars and where you can buy all the products, the papers that I got and the punches. So anyways, have a good day. Thank you for checking in with me and sticking through this whole video. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the little bell up at the top so that you can be notified when I do come on. And I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay on a schedule. It's just not been working out lately. So I will try and get back into a routine and be on at a regular time. Thinking I might have to up it up to 1 o'clock because for some reason in the morning I've been having issues with the computer and stuff. So enough complaining. Have a great day and go try something new, make something beautiful, and have fun. That's all crafting is about, is having fun. Talk to you later. Bye.